You know, I'm starting to get the feeling. I think Thanos was right. About half of this planet has to go. So let's discuss why. Now, off rip, you might be thinking, damn, that's kind of fucked up to say. You think that half of the world should be killed? No, not really. But let's not lie. We all know there would be a great benefit if half of this planet was gone. Let's be real. Overpopulation is obviously a problem, right? There's too many of us. There's literally about 8 billion of us. That's a bit too much. Now, me, I'm not, a mathematician. I can't run the numbers to tell you exactly what I believe the population should be in order for it to correlate with the resources that we have available. But let's be honest, man. We got a lot of fucked up people out here who don't need to exist anyway. Me being one of those people, I believe that obviously, yeah, I'm a NEET. I don't have a job. I'm not trying to further educate myself or train myself for a job or anything like that. So I'm definitely one of those people that should go. Like, 100%. But it's weird thinking about these kinds of things all the time, because there's nothing that I can do about it. I know it doesn't affect my life personally. Not really. And for the most part, I don't see it as too much of a problem, but let's be honest. There's way too many of us. That's why I think, reproducing needs to be heavily, heavily regulated. You need to go under psychiatric evaluation. You should prove that you can stay financially stable for years. And just, actually be a decent human being to try to raise, another decent human being that's gonna go out here and contribute into the world. Like, why the fuck do we allow, deviancy and degeneracy to reproduce? Like, I don't get it. Like, I honestly don't get it. Like, there are people out here with such inferior genes and they keep passing them on. Like, it's crazy. Like, that's one of the reasons why I decided to forego being a father and having children, because I wouldn't want to pass inferior genes, dude. Like, poor eyesight. In ancient times, I would have been done. I would have tried to, go hunting or something, thinking I'm running up on like a deer, ends up being a fucking bear, and I'm dead. Like, I'm 5'8" and a half, 5'9" on a good day if I stand up straight. Like, I'm average height at best. Wouldn't want to set up my future son for failure because, under 6 feet, we're not desirable. I'm scrawny as fuck, dude. Like, kids probably gonna end up being scrawny and shit. Fucking balding. Early. And I first noticed that when I was like 22. And it stayed the same, but it's still bad. Also, I just have thin hair. Also, I have a lot of genetic predispositions in my family. Depression, diabetes, Alzheimer's, dementia, things of that nature. Why would I want to pass those traits on? Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Also realizing that, not everybody's mentally capable and mature enough to raise another child. Because they're still children themselves. How many adults we got out here that can't even take care of themselves? So how are they supposed to take care of another life? Like, I don't get it, man. And then you got the crazy people that think a child's gonna save their relationship. Like, bruh, it's only gonna add to the stress. Like, I don't get it at all. It's weird. And why do I care? That's another question, right? Like, why do I care? It doesn't affect my day-to-day life. Overpopulation, resources becoming scarcer every generation, fucked up people making more fucked up people in the world. It doesn't affect me directly, but why do I care about it? It's weird. These are just thoughts that I have to myself time and time again. It's weird how growing up, you love the heroes in movies, and then as you get older, you start to understand the villains. Like, man. That first started with me when I watched Man of Steel back in 2013. I forgot what was his name, Zog, I think was his name. I definitely felt where he was coming from. Because there's always two sides to something, right? There's your perspective, and then there's the perspective of another on the other side. And as I've gotten older, I tend to gravitate towards wanting to understand both sides instead of just my own, just because it's more comfortable and easier that way. Getting out of my comfort zone and realizing, hey, maybe your perspective is, narrow and short-sighted. Fortunately, not a lot of people think that way. You got a lot of people out here that's just what they believe and what they say, and then that's how the world should operate. But allow me to state again, Thanos was right. At least 50% of us gotta go, and hey, if I'm in that 50% that has to go, so be it. But I would rather prefer a snap than actually being killed, because it's much easier to just disappear and not exist than it is to die. A lot less painful, I'm sure, as well. It's just weird, man. That's today's keyword, apparently, weird. But yeah, man. Just seeing the world and the state that it's in, having less people around, especially the fucked up people, would definitely make it a lot better, It's like, where are we going, man? How many people are gonna be on Earth before we realize there's too many of us? I mean, you already have people advocating for depopulation. Which is so crazy, because it's like, objectively, I understand, right? I get it. I see the benefits of it. But personally, it's like, how do you carry it out without killing people? Like, and then that's the conspiracy theories, right? That there are so many ways that humanity is being sterilized and killed in so many different ways to combat overpopulation. And it's like, where do we even start? Like, what if the world all got together and everybody agreed, like, hey, yeah, we need to cut the population down significantly, but where do we start? Like, my opinion would be, most people would be like, okay, let's start with the criminals, right? Let's start with the sex offenders. Let's start with the thieves, the murderers. Let's start with the worst of the worst. And it's like, I understand, this is a very weird opinion that I have, most likely a very unpopular opinion, but I'm more for rehabilitation instead of just straight punishment when it comes to things. I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased because I wouldn't want anyone to, give up on me if I did something, or, just immediately discard me away from society and just throw me in a cell somewhere instead of trying to rehabilitate me, because there are some people who deeply regret the things that they've done and they do want to change, and some people have changed. It's very hard, especially in today's society, the whole cancel culture and all that. It's very hard to find forgiveness these days. It's scary, because it's like, man, just any little hiccup, and people are just quick to denounce you. Real quick. It's terrifying. But then again, it's kind of human nature, right? To judge people by what they do and say. So who am I to think otherwise? But these just some fucking thoughts that I just have to myself. So, to anybody watching this, comment down below. Let me know what you think about overpopulation and how we should go about it. You know, should we regulate childbirth? Only allow worthy individuals to procreate? And what I mean by worthy is people that are intelligent, people that are morally sound, financially stable, and overall just good, decent human beings, you know? But then that begs the question, well, can't people change and then be worthy of being parents? Because I truly believe not everybody should be parents. Like, I will never be a parent. I know I will be a horrible father. Just because I know myself, so. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Enough rambling. That was my 2 cents on that subject. As always, went off topic like everything else that I talk about. Can never stay coherent, right? Not very good at organizing my thoughts, but I'll get better, I promise. It's a work in progress, but it's progressing. So, you guys know what to do, man. Like, subscribe, share, you know, share my face out there. Maybe I can start a community, start talking to some people, get some conversations going. Let's see where it goes. Thank you, and I hope you have a nice day.